Hello, welcome to Cyprus, welcome to my home. Thank you for being here, very much appreciated. How are you doing today? Let me know how you're doing. If you're watching this back later, then of course you can let me know in the comments, or of course you can let me know if you're in the live chat. How am I feeling today? How am I doing? These are the questions of the day. I'm so happy. I have such wonderful volunteers here at the moment. They are lovely. All our volunteers have been great, very helpful. But obviously some people you gel with more than others, and these are our people. So I am making footage for you, and when they've finished their time here, I will of course release a video of all about them, where they're from and what they've been doing, so it gives you some idea of what type of thing you could do if you wanted to volunteer with the Workaway program, workaway.org. So do go and look at that. Wherever you are in the world, you can have help, whatever help you need, for however long you like. And if you want to volunteer, go and look on the site, and you can work in any country. You will find it. It's unpaid, it's volunteering. Of course, if you're going to a different country, you have to pay your own flights, but accommodation is supplied by the Workaway host in response to your help. So do look very carefully, because the type of accommodation varies tremendously. Now, Workaway says you're not allowed to promote your type of accommodation. And this basically means you shouldn't be drawn to help by the accommodation, but you must supply a bed and a toilet and cooking facilities if you're not going to cook for them. If you work less than 3 hours volunteering, then of course you are not provided with food, so you have to provide cooking. Could be in your own kitchen, and so on and so forth. If you want to know more about it, I have lots of videos about it. I have lots of videos also of volunteers that have been here and where they're from. We've had them from a very wide array from all over the world. So how am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm very tired because I put my time aside when I have volunteers to work in the garden full time. And for me, that's quite a big deal. So that's what I do. So very tired, but pleasantly tired. When you've done something good and you ache, but you feel great for it. So I've got lots done. It's jobs that I wouldn't necessarily normally do. So for example, today when we first started growing here, we started very small scale, and we had some old tires, and we had an old dustbin or trash can, the one like you have outside, like a big one, and we buried them in the garden so we could plant into them in the garden. Well, as you know, I have much more array of growing and hugelkultur beds and raised beds and many other things. So I thought they're just sitting there. I'm going to dig them up. Now, there was a purpose for digging them up as well, which I will share in a future video. It's quite a long process. It's one of those jobs you do one thing which leads to another, so you have to do something prior to prepare that, and so on and so forth. That I gave you an update my last live on Mike with his surgery, so if you want to see how he's doing, go back and look at my live from Monday, which was the previous live to this. So there's an update there. And now he's been given the semi all clear, so he can't go back to normal, but he can now wash his face carefully, wash his hair, but obviously can't get sort of anything running down his face. He can do light work, as in cooking and bending down, but he could go full pelt onto something now, but he's doing very well. And he thought, great, can I book my next appointment to get the other eye done? And they said, no, you have to come back in a month's time to check on that first eye. So yeah, so it's better, everything's better there. How am I doing other than that? Pretty okay. I actually had a bad night last night from my lupus, but you'll see I've been eating some things I shouldn't be eating, but sometimes you just got to do that. You've got to have a break from strict regulations. So yeah, I'm going to go over to the chat. Let me go there. We have Steve and Tina, Jewel. Thank you for being here, Steve. Oh, that reminds me, Steve's here, and that means we need to start with a puzzle time. Puzzle time. Let's see how quick Steve gets this one today. He was so fast last time. So fast. Puzzle piece here. Okay, I believe today's puzzle time is an easy one again. So get your finger ready on your keys to type in the answer if you're watching live. The question today is, what goes round and round the wood but never goes into the wood? What goes round and round the wood but never goes into the wood? Now, again, there's possibly other answers. Don't say like a rabbit or something like that. It's a very specific answer. There could be other answers, but I need my answer, my specific answer. What goes round and round the wood but never goes into the wood? Let's see if anyone gets that one. And while you're having a think of that, let's do today's quote corner. Okay, so the puzzle was what goes round and round, what goes around and round the wood but never goes into the wood. And Steve says bark, the bark of the tree. It goes round and round the wood, but it never goes into the wood. Well done, Steve. Well done. You didn't disappoint me. Very good. Well done. Okay, let's go on to this. Okay, my joke today. A man was driving in the countryside and he saw a pig with a wooden leg. He was in the farmer's field. So he was so curious to find out why this pig had a wooden leg. So he goes to find the farmer, and the farmer says, that is one great pig. One day he saved my son from a pack of wild wolves. Yes, but why does he have a wooden leg? Well, one day he saved my wife from the barn fire. Well, yes, but why does he have a wooden leg? He saved my cows from the rustlers. Yes, but why does he have a wooden leg? He captured the burglar that tried to rob my farmhouse. Yes, this is all very well, said the man. Indeed, he sounds like a great pig. But why does he have a wooden leg? Well, says the farmer, a pig that good? Well, you wouldn't eat him all at once now, would you? Did you like that one? That is my sort of joke. Ooh, what am I reading? Well, normally I give you what I'm going to read next after I've reviewed my previous book. But this one, since I saw you last, I wanted to take a small book to the hospital when Mike had the operation. So I've got a chance of reading the whole book. So I have picked it up, selected it and read it. I've finished it. So this is by Anne Tyler and it's called Earthly Possessions. Earthly Possessions. As I always say, these are old books that have been given to me. I read them. If I think I'll read them again, if they were exceptional, I keep them. If not, I pass them on. I leave them down where our volunteers stay. If they want to take any home, they're welcome to as many as they like, or anyone else I know that wants some books. And the back of this said, for 35-year-old Charlotte Emoy, leaving her husband seemed to offer the only way out of the mundaneness of everyday life's earthly possessions and emotional complications. In the bank, she withdraws enough money to escape a life and a marriage gone sour. But Charlotte is about to escape in a way she never expected, as a young bank robber takes her hostage and they head south for Florida in a stolen car. Now, for some reason, I just assumed this was modern day, but it's not. I think it's in the 50s. So some of the language is a little more oldie-worldy. It's not modern day. And I liked the way it was straight in the robbery straight away. I thought there was going to be a build-up of her life a little bit with her problems with her husband, but no, straight away she's in the bank. So I liked that it jumped straight into the story. There's a lot of backstory, which is inserted at good points. So that was pretty good that it's her backstory as well, how she became how she is. And surprisingly, how she ended up marrying the man she married. That was quite interesting, how she ended up marrying him and the backstory of that. That was actually really good. So it's almost two stories in one. But it keeps jumping back to present day of the story and what's happening with the man who's taken her hostage. And it's not a hostage situation where she's tied up, not that sort of hostage situation. So that makes it interesting as well. Overall, I'll give it a 7. I wouldn't read it again, but that's not because it's a terrible book. And the ending, would you say you knew how it was going to end? No, it rounded it off. Yes, it's rounded it off. Let's say it's that sort of ending. So it wasn't a disappointing ending, but it rounded the story off. And as I say, a really short book. I was just looking how many pages. Oh, no page numbers. Oh yes, 198, and it's fairly decent print. You'll see it in a minute. There we go. So it was a good one to sit there in the hospital while I was just waiting for Mike's operation. So a good simple read, but yes, quite interesting. So we'll give that a good 7, but as I say, I won't keep it. I wouldn't read it again. So that's in the gone pile. I have got another book to read. Normally I share with you the next book. I've got another thin one, which I was going to actually take for his next operation. So I won't now be reading that next. So I'm going to find another one to read in between times. That's bad. What's bad? What's bad, Steve? What's bad? What's bad? I don't know what's bad. I don't know what's bad. Oh, we got Kit. You want to see Kit? Come on, Kit. Come on. Here he is. Here's Kit. Kit the monster cat. Yeah, I know you want to snuggle. He's a snuggle boy. He doesn't want you to see him. Oh, there he is. Look, he snuggles. It's Kit. That's bad. That's bad. If you're watching this back later and you haven't got the comments, I'm just reading what Steve's put. That's bad. I say, what's bad? He's put the. Steve torments me. We will know soon. Sometimes Steve's autocorrect annoys him. Sometimes I just don't understand. Okay, what shall we do now? Let's do. I've gone on to private chat. Oh, Kit's flying around. What have you just knocked off, Kit? Just knocked something off with his tail. Oh, it's just my intro. Oh, that used to happen when I first did lives. I used to always disappear off the screen for some reason. I know what we'll do. I enjoy doing this. Let's do this. I don't know. No, you can't see. Kit is behind me. Here. You see him? There he is. Kit's behind me. He's made a little bed there. Kit is behind me now. Okay, so we're going to do Q&A time. And we did these on Monday, but different ones. We did these on Monday. But I enjoy doing them. You enjoy joining in. So let's do that. Oh, getting blocked. The pig getting blocked. Back. Oh, back. What are you doing, Kit? He's patting my back. Oh, getting blocked. Okay. You're back. Okay. What are you doing, Kit? I've got a plait and he keeps doing this to my plait. My plait. He's trying to get it. Okay, so what are you doing now? What are you looking at now? What are you going for now? Oh, not the bird feathers. Not the bird feathers. Oh dear. Okay. Not there, Kit. Oh dear. There's a pile of cushions. These. What are you doing? You have to share. Look at him. There. What is he? I think he wants those bird feathers in the vase. But there's some cushions there on top of the puzzles where his feet are. No, I think he wants the feathers. Kit, what are you doing? Kit. Yes. Okay, I should do a live just saying that. Right, okay, Steve's saying eating the pig is bad. Oh, from the joke. Oh, the pig. I'd completely forgotten about that. Yes, eating the pig is bad, but he did eat one leg. He's going to eat one leg at a time, which I've said before, when I was little, you used to get those little cocktail sausages, the really small mini sausages, and I used to think they were pig's legs, like piglet legs, because I knew it was from pig, so I thought they were their legs. Okay, so Q&A. Today, name your top 5 jobs you would love to do. Ooh, jobs you would love to do. I'm assuming this is employment type jobs. I would like to do workaway volunteering. That's what I would like to do. There wasn't such a beast, and I'm not able to do that sort of thing anymore. But had that been around, that's what I would have liked to have done. I think it's a great way to see different countries at very low cost. So volunteering, but we work away, because I kind of know how that works, rather than just going and volunteering for something else. Steve says Prime Minister. Steve would like to be Prime Minister. Interesting. What else? I would like to be a full-time YouTuber. The money sounds quite good. So, yeah, a full-time YouTuber, that would be pretty awesome. What else would I like to do? I've always enjoyed all my jobs, so I would like to still have been able to be a dancer, choreographer, dance teacher. I've also enjoyed working in education, child education, not when it's too regimed and strict now, as in it's more about paperwork and making the numbers tick boxes, rather than working on each child as an individual, not, well, you've got to produce this tomorrow and you've got to produce that tomorrow. But as it was, I like doing that. Is that 4 things I've said? Job I'd like to do. Well, I've always enjoyed performing, so doing shows, still doing shows, whether that's me choreographing the shows and directing and producing the shows or not. And TV work, I always love doing that. So any of those things. So really, mostly things that I've already done. And I've always been fortunate that I made sure I could do a job I wanted to do, not have to go to work, as in, oh, you just have to be a cashier in the supermarket, or no, I've always done that. And mostly I've always worked for myself, which is of great benefit. There's downsides, of course. But yes. Steve says, oh, world traveller, content creator, YouTube. There you go. That's excellent. Yes, that's a good one. World traveller, content creator, YouTube. Yeah, I guess if you could do anything, that would be a way to do it. Would I do it as a world traveller? I'm not so sure. I'm quite happy doing, I'd like to be more a vlogger. Literally where you follow yourself around for the day, and I did this and I did that. If only I could show you inside places here, like shops and what things are like. But as you know, we can't film inside buildings or public places. I think I would actually like to be a vlogger, but it's not practical, or I've done a few like that. Hey, we got the NDT show here. Hello to you and all. Hello, thank you for being here and adding to the comments. NDT show's just done a video of, I forget which shop it is. It's not a shop I know, but everyone in the comments seemed to know it. And they had all their Christmas stuff out, all their Christmas stuff. Steve's got one on his channel a little while back. He did Halloween. a shop with all the Halloween stuff, and he gets the animated things that talk to, say, his channel. Steve says Tina and me are working on it. Well, if you do world travel, you do know Cyprus is your first place that you have to come and film. That's where you have to come, isn't it, Steve? Definitely. So did I answer 5? Yes, I think I answered 5. The next question, if you want to say in the comments, NDT show saying Halloween's the favourite time of the year there. What do I have? If I've got to pick a celebration holiday. When I was a child, it had to be Christmas, but to us, Christmas isn't much different from any other day, particularly this year. I guess your birthday is always, for me, a good thing because you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Steve says, of course, Cyprus. Of course, Cyprus. Yes, I'm holding you to that one, Steve. Holding you to that. Free accommodation. Steve and Tina has put up the NDT's show. URLs. Take a look at that. Okay, next question. Name your top 5 reasons for skipping school. Well, I'm too old for school. Let's say, what did you use? Well, I'm a female, so if you think about it, there was a reason every month I could say I couldn't go to school. What else? Reasons for not going to school. Didn't really get out of school apart from that. Steve's laughing. If I can't go to school. I wasn't really allowed to be off school. Oh, I tell you something I was off school for. If you had a day trip with the school, I could go. As long as my mum came along as one of the helpers. That was so annoying. Everyone else had like a wild time and had fun, but mostly mother was there, so yeah. But if it was a school trip where you stayed away, you went abroad, if it was overnight, so they did like not camping. What would you call it? Like adventure type holiday, and you could do canoeing and a salt course. I think you do like high wire zip line, those kind of things. So there's a word for it. I can't think of the word for it now. Like it was called Outward Bound was the place. I wasn't allowed to go on that. There was skiing holiday. Obviously wasn't allowed to go on that. My mum's reasoning was, which is fact, that when you paid for these things, they were more expensive than if you just booked these kind of holiday, particularly the skiing. They were more expensive. And my mum said, which is fact, that you pay more, and it pays for all the teachers to go and supervise you. So she said, I'm not doing that. And I was in agreement with that one. But what I was getting to, when these things came about, if you didn't go, you got put in another class and set some work to do. And my mum agreed with me that wasn't fair, that I wasn't allowed to go because my parents didn't want me to go. My mother didn't want me to go. So it wasn't fair. I had to go to school and do schoolwork when everyone else was out having a fun holiday. So she always let me off school during that time. You wasn't allowed to be off school, but I was sick or whatever, but she always let me off school. The only sad thing was when they came back, they always did a big project on it, or because literally everyone went. There was probably 2 or 3 other people that didn't, but they weren't the sort of people that were bothered. boys mostly. And yeah, they would do a big project on it and all be talking about it for weeks afterwards. So I was quite isolated because I wasn't allowed to. Steve's got his excuses for missing school. Dentist, doctor, dog died. Ah. NDT says sickness, too much snow. Yes, it amazes me. Certain parts of America, if they see a flurry of snow, school gets cancelled, snow day. But large parts of the world have snow regularly, deep, thick snow, blizzards, and school and work continues as normal. So I think that's quite bizarre. NDT show says, oh, I stayed out one time when they put up a new satellite, one of those big ones back in the day. Cool. Steve says, I love school. I crawl over broken glass to get there. I miss learning. I think the whole setup of life is the wrong way round. When you're an adult, you want to go and learn things. When you're a child, you don't want to go to school. Like, I'm talking older teenager. So you should go and work then. When you're an older teenager, you should be employed. Then you've got money. Then when you're an adult and you go to school, that's the system it should be, should it not? I think that's it. And I think you get some form of credits for what sort of work you did, if you worked hard and that kind of thing. NDT show says, I got go do some errands. You take care. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate that. It's always lovely to see you pop in. Steve says excuses wet leaves on the train rail lines. We can't use that here because there are no trains. So if I said that one through habit of England, they would be, But we say goats on the road. If we're ever late, it's because goats on the road, and we're talking hundreds of goats is some of the herds here. We're not talking about a few goats. So it can take a long time for them to move on by. Dentists, I talked about this, I think the last live, that because I had gas, it used to make me violently physically sick, so I used to have the rest of the day off for that. And I would always have early morning appointments because my dad would always take me and then take me home and then go on to work late. Used to hear that in the UK, yes. Okay, let's look at another one. Kit's back. He's examining everything, every nook and cranny. Oh, now he's looking at my bag hanging on the door. Yeah, he's going every nook and cranny. Bye. Yes, examine everything in the kitchen, yes. Okay, next one. Name your top 5 items you would take with you to the moon. Cool. What a cool question. Name 5 items you'll take with you to the moon. Mike says passport. He just said passport. That's a good one, Mike. Do you think you'd need it? Yes, that's true. I was just going to say, to come back into your country, you do need a passport, surely. Wonder. Well, I would take Mike with me because Mike would love to go to the moon. So that is definitely one thing I would take with me. I'd have to take plenty of food and drink, definitely. There might be... No, you only want moon boots. Mike says you only need moon boots. Tina Sane said a lion chased me up the tree. Oh, for being late. Yeah, that was probably fact. Oh, Steve's taken a gun to the moon. What would happen in the space atmosphere if you shot a bullet, though? I think it'd just fly around, wouldn't it? It'd go off into the atmosphere, wouldn't it, Steve? And I'm not sure it would even work. I think your gun might be useless on the moon. I'm pretty sure. And I knew it would just float around and then go into the rocket or the spaceship. I know what I'd take with me: my jaunting belt. Any of you don't know what my jaunting belt is, where have you been on my lives? My jaunting belt, because then I put my thumbs in it and then I can instantly get back to Earth or wherever. You've got to take a camera or video recorder, something like that. You've got to be able to film. I tell you what I would take, but again, I don't think it would work. It might go off in the atmosphere. You'd have to have it attached, but a drone. So you'd have to have it attached to yourself. A drone. Wouldn't a drone be great up there? That's got to be good footage. I don't think anyone's done a drone on the moon yet. Drone. Definitely a drone on the moon. Yeah, food, drink. So have I done 5? Food and drink, mic, jaunting belt, drone. Something else. What else would I take? So definitely a one-off thing. I don't think I'd keep going. Maybe a journal, but then you could record what you're thinking. Steve says, any man with a gun on the moon is the boss. Certainly is. Yeah, I think I'd take my space suit so I could walk out into the atmosphere. Got to take that as well, for sure. Okay, let's do another. Name your top 5. Oh, cartoon characters. Top 5 cartoon characters. Steve's going to be King on the Moon. That's why he's got his gun. Yes. Yes. Even the one-eyed man is king in Valley of the Blind. Cartoon characters, your top 5. Oh, it's going to be... What? Mike says Danger Mouse. Yeah, he was pretty cool. Danger Mouse is good. That's an English cartoon. David Jason does the voice of Danger Mouse. Tom and Jerry says Steve. Oh, it's going to be hard. Muttley. I love Muttley. I don't like the characters with Muttley, Dastardly and all that. Muttley. I quite like Wacky Races. That was all right, but it was all other characters with them. But then Scooby-Doo's got to be there. Scooby-Doo. Bugs Bunny's okay. Cartoon characters. And I said I'd get stuck, have too many. Used to watch Hong Kong Phooey. I won't put him up the top there. Can you have like Shrek? Can you have Shrek? His animation. I like Shrek. And I like, if we're going down that route, I like Despicable Me. I like I forget his name, the man in that. I like the Minions. The Minions. So I'm going to go down that route. But actual original cartoons, it's got to be Scooby-Doo for me and Muttley. Roadrunner says Ashley. I was like, that's not Steve's picture. Ashley, hello, how are you? Ashley's Allotment Adventures. Roadrunner. Mimi. Mimi. Yeah, I liked, of all the Warner Brothers, I like best of those was Bugs Bunny. I like Bugs Bunny because he was smart. I don't like any of the weird ones that talk funny. So I don't like Daffy Duck, Sylvester the cat. They all had to kind of spit as they talked. I couldn't see the reasoning behind that, but they all spat as they talked. I didn't like Porky Pig. Again, he had another speech problem, didn't he? What was it with Warner Brothers? I didn't like him much. I agree, Tom and Jerry, I liked him. There's a link Steve's put up for Ashley's allotments. Allotment Man is his at. Yeah, that's going to be my top 5, definitely. What's the time? I've got to finish on time today because we have something going on with our volunteers. So I said to them, I do an hour, so I'm going to stop on the hour today. I like Roadrunner, said Steve. Yes. And we did some time back. I can't remember what brought it up. Oh, I think it was Is It True or False, when I was doing that game. And we found out, Steve looked it up for us, that a roadrunner was not the fastest bird. Okay, name your top 5 items of clothing. So I'm guessing this is things you actually have. So your 5 favourite clothing items that you possess. Ooh. I've got a vest top. You've probably seen it. I've got 2 actually that I wear quite a lot. One is limey green colour and one is quite a cerise sort of colour. And the cerise one is, a bottle opener, like a wine bottle opener, where you screw the top down and you've got 2 little lever bits, and then as you screw it down, the legs come up and then you squish them down and pull out the cork. Well, it's got that on it in different positions of the arms, really, rather than legs, the arm bits. And it's wine aerobics, because they all look like they're doing positions of aerobics. And then the other one, the limey green colour vest top I've got, says, I make wine disappear. What's your superpower? So I like those. Does that count as 2 things? It does, really. Oh. Oh, hat, says Steve. What sort of hats, Steve? Ashley saying Acme Explosives. Yeah. And when I was little, I thought, what is this company Acme? Is it a real company? If you don't know why I'm laughing, look up in the dictionary, Acme. Yeah, I thought it was a real brand or something, because everything in cartoons is Acme. Steve says a wax coat duster, Australian bush horse. Ooh, nice. What else do I really like? Anything snuggly. Oh, what I call my hospital fleece. It's a zip up. It's got a little hood. It's a fleece. It's black. It's seen better days now. I use it for the garden now, but it's not super fluffy, but it's quite fluffy. And I always took that into hospital with me, because if it's a bit chilly, instead of wearing a dressing gown or something, I'd put that on because it was cozy. And you've probably seen pictures of me in hospital. I'm always wearing that. They're not all the same picture. I always take that in. So that's got to be there. My snuggly winter pajamas I've bought fairly recently. Have I had them 2 years? 2 years. And then I bought, I think maybe 3 years, and then I bought another one, a different one, but same sort of thing, last year maybe. And they're like really fluffy pajamas. So yeah, those, it's a running theme, snuggly clothes really for me, or funny saying clothes. That's got to be really it. I suppose I've got to say my Thunderbird t-shirts. I've got Muttley t-shirts. So t-shirts or tops with things on. Oh, what's my one today then? Tap, as in tap dancing. So that's why it's got a tap shoe heel there. Tap dancing. So I like things with funny sayings as well. Cowboy, says Steve. That's the hat. Oh, you can see you wear that a lot, don't we, in your videos? I've seen it. Steve and Tina say I have a few hats I wear most of the time. I love hats, but my head's just the wrong shape for hats. Whenever you see me in the garden or whatever wearing a hat, I always look a bit odd. They look a bit odd. I don't think hats suit me really, but I like hats. I wish I could wear like beanie hats. I would like that. They just look weird on me. Weird. Okay, let's do another one. Name your top 5 ways of having fun. Keep it clean. Fun. So we're not saying pastimes, we're saying fun. Well, with you guys in the lives, and 9 times out of 10, it's something funny. We have real laugh at something. So mostly that. I've got something on my glasses. A big blob. So that's one way. That's definitely one way. Having fun. Ashley says, my mum's Eddie Stobbart pullover. It's too small for me. She loved Eddie Stobbart, which, for those who don't know, Stobbart is a UK haulage company with a fan base. Yeah, people collect stuff. People collect stuff of that. That's a good one, Ashley. Steve says he's got a few hats because he needs the sunshade. Hiking, says Steve. Yes, you know, I love my walks as well. Camping, says Steve. Just watching my cats, as you know, if you've got animals, they can just give you so much funniness. I've got another cat. Hello. I bet you can all guess who it probably is. Hello. Come on then. Yeah, come on then. Do you want to come up? Are you going to come and say hello? Come on then. Good boy. Come on then. There we go. It's Mr. Colin Waffles. Yay. He loves the volunteers. Yes, you do. Yes. You look dead awkward when you sit. You really do, Colin. He's happy. Kayaking, says Steve. I like reading jokes, funny sayings. You know, I've made a whole book up of I just make them up. Books of funny jokes and funny sayings, and I write them down. If I find a good joke, I write it down. That's what mostly I read you from. Fixing things, says Steve. Oh, you have fun fixing things. That's cool. Going out to restaurants, that is my favourite hobby. Going out to eat. Oh, shopping. But I would say going out to eat is more for me. Ashley says, my idea of fun is seeing if I can open the refrigerator door without the light coming on. Why don't you, Ashley, sit in there and see if the light stays on when you're in there? That is so Ashley. Oh dear, so funny. And I know what my latest, well, not latest, I've done it for a while, but my new intense hobby is salvaging. I really enjoy that. I get so many bad comments saying, oh, that's a load of rubbish you keep bringing home. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, going to the dump and seeing what I can find. I've got a video coming up for you. When is it posting? Another one. What day are we on today? We are the 23rd. So it's not the next one, but the one after. The next one's More Cats. More Cats is coming up on Friday because I had to schedule it because we've got the volunteers here, so I've scheduled some so I can just focus on them. On Monday, the 28th of October, what did we find? More salvage from dump. And there's something very expensive that we got. Something very expensive. Ooh. Something very good. Any luck, Ashley, says Steve, with the fridge light? Ashley says, no luck at all, Steve. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so we got more salvaging coming up. Something very expensive. We also got some furniture. Well, of course, we're going to do it up, so don't think what you see is as we're keeping it. And some other things as well, but something very expensive. And I actually went in a shop yesterday. We needed a new toilet seat. If you've heard the toilet seat saga, we got a new toilet seat and it's now fitted. Ooh. And when we went in the DIY shop, I saw a similar one. It's a different brand. That's what I'm saying. Similar one, different brand, quite a bit smaller, and that was €89. Ooh, what the store found. Well, tune in and you will see. So, yes, I would say salvaging is a really good way of having fun. And as you know, I might find something really good, but we don't need it as it is. But it's so good, you've got to take it home and find another use for it because it might be brand new or something really good. So that, I enjoy doing the salvage, definitely. That's got to be my top of having fun. Charity shops are great fun too. What we're going to find, but I would say, yeah, definitely going to the dump. It's like a trip out with me. I'm like, ooh. So I try and get things to take to the dump. That's why I have big clear out. So I've got stuff that, because it's recyclable stuff as well, you take to the dump. So all these digging up things today in the garden, we had old dustbins that we had buried and all that I've dug up. We're taking those. So I make a big pile and then we have to go because there's so much stuff to get rid of here as well. But Mike's pretty sure I bring home more than I take. But as I say to him, the things we take are no good anymore. The things we bring back are useful. Yes. Okay. This will be a good one. Oh, Steve saying a good bargain, even if you never use or need it. Yes. Yes, that's like Steve's bought loads of cat food because it was a really good price, but he doesn't have a cat. But it was a really good price. Okay, talking of animals, name your top 5 animals you would like to be. Oh, I definitely want to be pets. To a nice family, must have a nice family. A guinea pig, like, I'm so cuddly, cuddle me. A cat, maybe. Not that I feel cattish, but people love cats and stroke cats and feed the cats, but you can go off. Oh, cat's a good one. Guinea pig's stuck in a cage. Cat's good. Cat can go off, but have that home security. Yes, cat's a good one. Bird, freedom, flying. Oh, Steve's there as well. A bird. Yes, bird. So I'm going to say bird, a cat. I don't want to think that other animals like predators come and get them, but I guess you're going to get that with most animals. I think I want 3 animals. Albatross. Ooh, particularly an albatross, says Steve. That's nice. Something, an animal deep in the jungle that no one would ever come across. So something really wild, but not that gets eaten by another animal. Something there. Ashley says a wolf. That's a good one, Ashley. Wolf. I want to be an undiscovered animal. So everyone goes, wow. If they find me, wow. What else? A butterfly. They don't last very long, but a butterfly will just be pretty for a change. That would be nice. A really nice butterfly. Oh, dolphin, says Steve. That's a good one. I don't think I could swim for that long though. Dolphin, that's a good one. Dolphin's good. Horse, I wouldn't want people riding on my back. No, maybe a wild horse. A wild horse. It could be a wild horse. Other animals. There's something really sweet and lovely and I think hedgehogs have a whoops. Hedgehogs have a pretty good life. Depends where they are, doesn't it? Hedgehog, maybe. Not sure. But they're free. Something free. Free and wild. What about just a nice bit of sea anemone just floating in the sea, mind its own business, food comes by from Bolt or Walt or Foodie, it comes by and you reach out the like tentacle thing and dragonfly. What about a dragonfly? Because they can fly and get away, they can travel distance if they want, they're very pretty. Yeah, dragonfly. I think that's a good one. Dragonfly. Yes. Steve saying a rabbit run fast. Oh, rabbit's cute, isn't it? Nice, cute rabbit. Oh, yes. What did you say? Tastes good too. Mike says a rabbit tastes good too. Like I say, it depends where these animals are because you don't want to be in a country where they hunt rabbits, do you? No. A dog, again, if you've got a nice owner, dog's good. Get a nice home, sit by the fire if it's cold or wet, go out for walks, get let off the lead, run wild. Ooh, what type of dog though? I might go be another little fluffy dog. A little fluffy dog. If I want to run free, you've got to be something like, what's it called? Border Collie. Oh, I think I'll be a Border Collie because they normally live in the countryside mostly anyway. Border Collie, and then you can run and round up the sheep. Border Collie's not a bad one. Springer Spaniel. I'm thinking ones that need lots of exercise so they can go out a lot. Springer Spaniel? Yes. Yes. Do you find out more about me by these questions? Delve deep. I've done psychology, so I know what I'm saying. I was quite surprised today. I was talking the animals like pretty. I want to be pretty for a change. Oh, bless. Okay, I've done my hour. I did say I was only doing an hour today, so we've done the hour. Steve says Muttley's going to be Rover's nickname now. Oh, I love Muttley. I love Oh dear. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks to those who joined in and took part. Really appreciate that. That's where the laughs come. Normally, not from sad, mean comments. I will be back on Friday on my other channel, but remember it's much earlier than this one, so do look at your thumbnail for Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, and then it will translate the time for you when Friday's live is. If not, I hope to see you back here on Monday. So appreciate you all. Until next time, as always, Meraki.